Hey, and welcome back to Dax.Overland. My name is Max, and this intro was supposed to be filmed from a remote beach track in Portugal before heading towards Spain again. Unfortunately, our plans didn't work out, but we weren't ready to leave Portugal without driving a single 4x4 track. We headed inland into the mountains, searching for one last track to say goodbye to this beautiful country. Spoiler, it was absolutely breathtaking and way more challenging than expected. After traveling for almost a year in our 40-year-old G-Wagon, we decided to build a new rig from scratch. The Iveco will be its progression, including all the things we've learned while building and traveling with it. We are on our way to drive a coastal track, and back in February there were horrible storms in Spain and Portugal, and we saw it on the news, but we were not aware of the extent how bad it was. Since we arrived, I thought about how I could make a video about it, and I actually still don't know, because I won't be able to do it justice what happened here. I don't even have the words for it. Here are forests and all the trees are just broken like twigs. It's so crazy. I can't imagine how strong those winds must have been. And we were at some rivers and there was the recent watermark, and we saw signs where the water must have been. And it was at least 4 meters more than where we had our car parked now. Like, I can't wrap my head around it. And the news stated that there were regions in Portugal where they had the rainfall in one day what they usually have in 1 year. I'm really curious if we will be able to drive the track, because the spot where we slept the last nights, there were those tracks as well, but those tracks looked like this forest in a way, like it was almost impossible to walk through there because of all the trees that fell on the tracks. So we started this beautiful trek. It's like 50 kilometers that direction with one village in the middle. And at lunch, we're like 500 meters in. And unfortunately, there were some kind of rangers and told us that it was not allowed. Like, we didn't see any signs and there is nothing marked on the map, because I'm always really cautious with those kind of things, because I really want to respect the rules in the countries and don't be more of an annoying tourist than necessary. Yeah, but they told us that it was not allowed, and we will see. Change of plans. I guess that's part of the game. But this track looks super beautiful, to be honest. So I did all of this maneuvering around because I really don't want to lower the tire pressure now for those 500 meters driving out, but that was the first soft patch. So I tried to turn around on the grassy bits and drive out without lowering the pressure. sandy beach track would have been so much nicer than this. So unfortunately, no secluded beach camping spot. I'm a little bit disappointed. I was really looking forward to it, but I've learned something new today. Now I know. So I think in general, it's not allowed to drive in the sand in Portugal unless there are signs. But I think this place is quite nice as well. And I also want to point that out again. For me, the most important things in whatever country I'm traveling to is always that I try to find out what is allowed and what's not allowed, because I'm a guest and I want to respect the laws or the culture. So sure, I can bend those rules. So I'm quite happy that they were there actually, because I'm all pro protecting nature, etc. Also, if you're thinking about using this Coleman stove, actually it's amazing because it's so easy, because you can get gas everywhere. But one thing, if you want to use it, you always have to bring 1 or 2 of those injectors. It's already the 3rd injector now, and we used the thing for around a year. And the last injector, we were really lucky. It was some Polish guys we met in Georgia, and they had, I think, 3 or 4 spares with them because they knew about that issue. And everyone I talked so far about this stove, everyone had the same issue, that at some point you won't have the fuel supply that it's supposed to have to function properly. So one tip from my side, bring injectors. So we brought a new injector for this trip. And actually, don't get me wrong, I don't want to talk shit about Coleman, because we've never used the intended fuel that they are selling, because it's freaking expensive. So we always use normal gasoline from the gas station. But still, it's really annoying because it's such a simple, good solution, because you get fuel everywhere. But yeah, if it doesn't last, it's super annoying. But see, it's completely black and full of soot. It's working, and it seems to be a little bit better than before. But now you can also see the issue, what I said in the last video, wind, the end boss. We're driving inland again after staying at the coast for around a week, because finally Danya's work week is over and we have holidays.
Yoo-hoo!
This is such a beautiful, crazy sunset. We're super late, but that's the perks of driving late, to have the nice light, because usually you never get the nice shots. And we have one rule when traveling, not driving in the dark. But that's the perks of driving in the dark.
This looks like a nice place. What do you say?
Yes. wirklich ganz gut aus.
Yeah. Let's check it out.
So we found this amazing spot last night. The area is called Sierra de Freita. It's probably pronounced completely wrong. And it's so refreshing to be out in nature again. We stayed on a campsite for almost a week. And it was really good because of the work situation, and the weather was not perfect, to say the least. But now it's so nice to be out here again. So after our fail at the coast, we really want to try to find a nice track around here. We will follow this track now for a few kilometers, and hopefully it will be fun, and it would be a shame to leave Portugal without driving any tracks at all. So we were lazy and thought about not deflating the tires, but there's a section in front of us and it's so rocky, so we need to deflate it. So we're going down to 1.6 in the front and 1.8 in the back, and that should make things way more easy. It's always so much better to deflate the tires, but the re-inflating is so annoying. So usually we're a little bit lazy, but the whole car feels like a different car, and it's better for the car, and the off-road capabilities are so much higher, so we need to deflate. So here are quite some big steps. It's always really hard to see on camera. We should get up here, but it's big steps and really rocky, but it looks really grippy.
Some track building going on.
Okay, so I will need you there.
Yeah.
That you spot that one spot,
yeah,
where you see the marks.
Okay. This is wild. I don't think we've ever driven such a rocky section before. And Max is a really good driver, so no scratches, no problems whatsoever. But yeah, it's always an adrenaline rush.
This was fun, and I understand why there's that detour in the back, but on our map it said it was a hiking path, so we thought we don't want to carve a new road in a way, but this was fun, but not easy actually, unexpected.
Thanks for driving.
This is so much fun again. The last 2 weeks in Portugal I was a little bit like I'm not feeling it. But I'm definitely feeling it now. It's so much fun again and I love this car. We just had lunch and found this amazing spot by chance actually. This region now was amazing. A friend who lives in Portugal recommended it and I think it's really special. It's really unique, I think that's a better word. And the track was amazing. So I think that was redemption for the coastal track that didn't work out. And this track was so much fun now. I am really happy that we found it. And I also met some other guys 2 days ago and they told me they kind of changed that law a few years ago because a lot of people didn't care that there were signs that it was forbidden and drove it anyways. So now it's the other way around. It's always forbidden. But now they changed it to you are only allowed to drive at the coast and in the sand if there are signs that say it is allowed. Yeah, and I guess it's good. I kind of recognized now driving back more inland. At the coast, it's kind of one-dimensional in a way because you only have that, I don't know, slice of land, maybe like 200-300 meters with the sand. And there's not a lot of space for doing the driving, the tracks, whatever. So in between the hotels, the villages, the farms, you want to drive those tracks. Hello Pongo, ne? So you want to drive those tracks in between all of that infrastructure. And now driving more inland again, it's, I don't know, 2 or 3 dimensional. It's not the correct word, but you have so much more space because you are not limited to that kind of small strip close to the sea. And it's a bummer because it's always nice at the sea. But I feel like often in a lot of countries, also in Spain, it's so much easier if you drive away from the coast, away from the infrastructure and the hotels and all the hotspots. And then there is so much freedom when you're away from there. And this was what happened today and yesterday as well. Like, it's so beautiful. So we will continue further towards Spain now. The next video, you will see us in Picos de Europa. I'm really looking forward to that. We actually wanted to do that in the beginning of the trip already. Hopefully it's not too early, even now in the year, that there's no snow anymore or not a lot. But see you from Picos de Europa. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this one. See you next week. Google Maps suggestion is that we could drive 90. I'm driving first gear low range at the moment. So thank you, Google. The spot that we just found is insane. I think it's easily one of the top 10 and it was so random and it's so nice, those big boulders. Thank you, Google. This is crazy.